police officers. I am one of the organizers for this event. Could you please let me through? I have a big-ass trailer with some porta potties on it. What am I going to be doing illegally with some porta potties on the trailer for you to just let me pass and put the porta potties down so the people could piss in peace? Can the people piss in peace? Not only that, when I dropped the trailer, when I made the block, drop the trailer, and go talk to our beautiful lieutenant over there. Hey, Lieutenant. Instead of Lieutenant telling the truth, he would rather lie and talk about other porta potty people coming out here to try to swindle people to make them pay for porta potties. Really? Really? Today, God is the greatest, man.
Young Sino. And a reminder for you all that don't know, Young Sino and his brother Cess 45 started this annual Katrina commemoration 19 years ago. The first one was August 2006. It is the largest community-led commemoration that this city has, and it also brings about the largest second line. So thank you, Young Sino. Next, we will have Ms. Geneva Seals, followed by Dawn Richard.
Hi, my people. Good afternoon. 20 years ago, Hurricane Katrina struck New Orleans with a force that changed our lives forever. We lost homes, loved ones, and piece of our city we thought would never return. But in the middle of the destruction, we discovered something stronger. Neighbors rescuing neighbors, strangers helping strangers, and through it all, it shook our foundation, but it could not destroy our spirit. We rebuilt, we healed, and we created a legacy of strength that has carried forward nearly a century. Today we honor those we lost, celebrate the courage we found, and remind the world that no stone, no matter how great, can break the soul of New Orleans. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we will have award-winning artist, artivist, and New Orleans' very own Dawn Richard.
Thank you, Brittany. I'm gonna be fast, y'all. This is beautiful to see. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for the caucus for being an educator and me learning about. As an artist, sometimes we do our art, we pour through our art, but we don't know about our own communities, and so you reach out to your people. And the Hip Hop Caucus has been a haven for me to learn about what's really going on in my community. But I want to talk about really fast. I'm so grateful to the mural that has been put on this levee. And shout out to B Mike and Studio B and Eternal Seeds. And when I think, I love y'all. I love Eternal Seeds. And what it made me think about is seeds in general. We are a community deeply rooted. Our soil and our ancestral stories are deep, rooted deep. I love that this looks beautiful today, but my hope for this, my call to you is that this isn't a moment where it's 20 years or 30 years where you all decide to come back and air this and it looks like this, because the year 1, 2, or 3, and 4, there's not a lot of people that come. And we are a local community fighting this fight with like 8, 9, 10, right? My hope to you is that thank you so much for coming, but I would encourage you to really lean into the name Eternal Seeds. Lean into the young people who are painting the stories that some of them haven't even experienced Katrina, but they have affected so much so that they painted their art and talked about what they felt from the stories that were told to them. I ask you to pour into your seeds. If you love this city, if you're coming here now and viewing this, we are the seeds that need work. A plant or a flower can't succeed or thrive coming once every 20 years, once every 5 years, every 10 years. We need daily pouring, daily sunlight, daily goodness, daily attention. So I encourage you to pour into this community, your local businesses, your local artists, your people here living on the Ninth Ward who decided to come home and pour into their own communities when there's a house every other, when the grass isn't cut, when the potholes are still potholing. I want y'all to pour into this community. So I ask that you treat your seeds with care. Treat this community with care and treat our stories with care. Pour into our people so that we can continue to grow as a community. That's what I care about. So thank you all so much. Go home, go back to your places and show and pour so that we can be a community that doesn't look like it has been hit yesterday, but it has grown since 20 years from now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dawn. If there is a medic, we do have an emergency situation. Okay, great. Now we will have former U.S. Vice President and founder of the Climate Reality Project, Mr. Al Gore, followed by Councilmember Oliver Thomas.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to have been invited to join all of you for this event. I don't live here. I'm among the millions of people in the country and around the world who love New Orleans. And I came here to the Lower Ninth in the immediate aftermath of Katrina. And I want to acknowledge those who have made this event possible. Reverend Lennox Yearwood and the Hip Hop Caucus. You'll hear from Reverend Yearwood in a minute. The New Orleans Katrina Commemoration Foundation, CES 4-5, and Sino. Sino, I heard you. We heard you. Thank you. The people of New Orleans, and particularly the people of the Lower Ninth Ward, Congressman Troy Carter and Councilman Oliver Thomas, and Dr. Leona Tate, and other distinguished guests, and the many speakers and performers here. I've only got 3 minutes. There's a lot I would like to say, but I want to say, first of all, a word of condolences to all those who lost loved ones, those who lost property, those who suffered during and after Katrina. And I want to echo what a couple of other speakers have already said. Let's don't lose the connection between Hurricane Katrina and the climate crisis, which is still getting worse. And they're not doing anything meaningful about it. Thank goodness they've had some improvements in the infrastructure that failed that day 21 years ago, but they are now tearing apart FEMA after they improved it and fixed some of the terrible mistakes made 20 years ago. Now they're tearing it apart again. And the causes of the climate crisis are still continuing to get worse. It is a fossil fuel crisis, and I know it's tricky and delicate to talk about the fossil fuel industry here in Louisiana. I understand that. But more than 80% of the cause of this climate crisis is the burning of fossil fuels. And we have substitutes for them now that are better and cheaper and cleaner and create more jobs and bring life and not death. There were warnings from the scientists decades before Katrina hit this city that the climate crisis was going to make these hurricanes much more powerful and much worse. And you know what happened just 6 weeks later? Rita hit. And this is also the anniversary of Ida, just 4 years ago, which destroyed some areas just north of here. And not many months ago, my home state had Hurricane Helene, and North Carolina had much worse. The amount of rain that fell in a few days was equal to what Niagara Falls drops in 2.5 years. Last month, we had 12 once-in-a-thousand-year events in our country in a 3-day period. And the scientists who warned us decades ago have been proven to be dead right. That ought to make us pay a little bit more attention to what they're warning us right now, because we continue to put another 175 million tons up into the sky every day, thickening the blanket of heat that is trapping more extra heat every day than would be released by 750,000 Hiroshima bombs exploding on the earth every 24 hours. Now, that may sound like statistics, but when the rain comes, when the storm hits, when the drought dries up the water, when the ice melts and the sea level rises, when the climate refugees cross international borders, now in the millions, predicted to be more than 1 billion within the next 25 years, remember that these warnings came, and now is the time to act on these warnings. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said in his famous speech about the fierce urgency of now, and I quote from him, "We are now faced with the fact, my friends, that tomorrow is today. In this unfolding conundrum of life and history, there is such a thing as being too late. Now let us begin. Now let us rededicate ourselves to the long and bitter but beautiful struggle for a new world." 20 years ago today, I was scheduled to make a speech here in this city to all 50 state insurance commissioners about the climate crisis. Of course, it had to be canceled. It's never been rescheduled. We've got to wake up. We've got everything we need. We've got the technology. We've got the proven deployment models. We've got the knowledge. Here's what they tell us we're missing: enough political will. But I'm telling you, political will is itself a renewable resource. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gore. Now we will have Councilmember Oliver Thomas from District E.
First, I want to thank God for this gathering. I want to welcome everyone to our home. Many of us, it's our place of birth. We're from here. Welcome to the Lower Ninth Ward. Ninth Ward, for you people who really focus on diction, we say Ninth Ward. CTC, cross that canal. Lower Nine. And for all of you who got here, if it was by curiosity, somebody invited you, you live here, or you got a passport, know that we appreciate you being here commemorating with us about what happened not just during Katrina, but also during Betsy, those of us who were rescued then. But we want you to know this: the wind may blow, the water may flow, the levees may break, but you can't break New Orleans. From malaria in 1918, from the floods in 27, to every disaster and neglect that ever happened, we always gonna be here.
Thank you, Councilman Thomas. Now we'll have at-large Councilman and President J.P. Morrell.
I want to begin by thanking the Hip Hop Caucus in New Orleans Katrina Commemoration Foundation. I'm J.P. Morrell. I'm the president of New Orleans City Council, and I bring greetings on behalf of my colleagues Eugene Green, Asaf Freddie King, and I want to give a special shout out to my colleague Vice President Helena Moreno, because today is a city holiday because the people of this city demanded it. 20 years. A perfect storm of a natural disaster and governmental failure that led to catastrophe. We are not the city we were. We are different, but we will never forget. New Orleans is a city of critical culture, where memory and honoring our roots is the foundation of our identity. If you're from here or you're new to here, you know that's what we're about. We all know where we went to high school, and we all know which ward we represent. It is who we are. And to that end, I echo what a previous speaker said. I am tired of this term resilience. Resilience is passive. That's somebody you endure stuff that happens to you. We are not resilient. We are indomitable. We are a city that no matter what obstacle is placed before us, we run through it. No matter how many times we're knocked down, we stand up. There is nothing that this city cannot accomplish when we are together. No matter what the feds do, no matter what the state does, we always stand up. New Orleans is forever because our people never forget and we always move forward together. Whether a second line or a dirge, we remember. This mural by B. Mike behind us, done by Eternal Seeds, is a generational passing of our kids continuing to tell the story. That is what's important. We pass down our history through our voice, with our families. We love each other, we support each other, and nothing can defeat us as long as we stay together. Much love, New Orleans.
And now, coming to the stage, someone that I hold very dear in my heart. Artist, activist, and I don't know why y'all don't be talking about her cooking. She's a chef. You better know it. Whip them pots. Come on, Mama Mia.
How y'all feeling? We here. Hello, Uncle Sam. You saw your people on the roof, on the bridge, and in the waters. News people called us refugees, but we the native sons and daughters of New Orleans. We are New Orleans. And no matter what they say, ancestors say we here to stay. Our babies, 5 to 18 years old when Hurricane Katrina hit. And when them levees came through on them, and we were scattered all over America. Them babies, 5 to 18, they faced difficulties in school. We went places and we had dreadlocks. They hadn't seen children in school with dreadlocks. We had last names that they couldn't pronounce. We were dropped off in poor communities. They didn't have nothing either. So they thought we was coming take their free stuff, get their houses. Our children were fighting. They were being bullied. They were depressed. They were living with parents who were depressed. Some of them lived 4 days in a house with deceased relatives, on the bridge, in the water. But through it all, some of those very children are our educators. They are doctors, they are lawyers, they are entrepreneurs, they are entertainers, because that's who we are. But I don't want y'all to forget this part. They neglected the mental health of the children. They shut every facility down. And now we paying for it in overdoses in blood. If we don't take care of this young community, nobody will take care of us. I said it before. I was 35 when Katrina hit. I'm 55 now. When I'm 75, I want to see strong, productive, able, mentally sound people leading our community. So if we ask anything from anybody that's in power, do right by the people, because you people too. Thank you.
Now we will have Dr. Leona Tate.
Good morning. 65 years ago, at just 6 years old, I walked in McDonough 19 Elementary School with Tessie Prevost, Gail Etienne, Ruby Bridges at France. We were little girls where we were carrying the weight of a nation on our shoulders. We're asked to face down mobs at the doors of education would open. In every child, our steps carried the hopes of a people and the future of our democracy in America. 45 years later, in 2005, another storm came. Hurricane Katrina didn't just bring wind and water. It exposed us to what was already broken. Katrina was not just a natural disaster. It was a man-made catastrophe born of neglect, racism, and disinvestment. The storm revealed what happens when poor and black communities are left unprotected. When levees are built cheaply, when safety is not extended to everyone, and yet here in this place where the waters rushed in our community refused to surrender. Today, we gather on another sacred ground, the place where the levee broke, where a wall of water rushed in, and where thousands of lives were unended. Standing here before this powerful mural, we are reminded not only of the devastation, but of the beauty and resilience that rose up in the Lower Ninth Ward. For 20 years, the people of the Lower Ninth Ward in New Orleans East, led so often by black women, have fought to rebuild. They cooked meals, they gutted houses, they organized neighbors, rebuilt churches, taught children, and kept alive the traditions of Second Lines, Mardi Gras Indians, and the music and culture that the world associates with New Orleans. The beauty of this community is not just in what we lost, but in what we never let go of. Our dignity, our culture, our love for one another. But let me be clear, the full recovery of the Ninth Ward in New Orleans East is still unfinished. And the destiny of this city of Louisiana and of this nation is tied to whether we have the courage to finish what we started. And that destiny is inseparable from the climate crisis. As we stand here, we know that stronger storms are coming, not just in Louisiana, but across the nation. We know the water is rising. We know that within whole investment in coastal and restoration and greater environmental protection, the Lower Ninth Ward in New Orleans East may never fully recover. And worse, they may be lost again. That is why this moment matters. What happens here is a moral test. We will allow the same communities to be sacred once more, or what we learn from the failures of the past. Will be invest in protection, restoration, justice, and not just for tourists, not just for corporations, but for the people who live here, who carried this city through the darkest days. 20 years after the storm, the answer to that question will not only determine the future of the Lower Ninth Ward, it will determine the future of New Orleans, the coast of Louisiana, and indeed the contents of this nation. So today, standing on sacred ground, we honor the memory of those we lost and the courage of those who survived. And we recommit to justice, to restoration, to love, and to a recovery that leaves no one behind. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Leona Tate, founder and executive director of Leona Tate Foundation for Change. Now we will have Ms. Sunny Patterson, poet, activist, and cultural worker, followed by Rev Yearwood.
Hello, hello. How's everybody? Oh, we could do better than that. I know it for a fact. How's everybody? I know we're here to commemorate, we're here to honor, but one thing for sure, we are here to celebrate. We are here to celebrate at the same time. There's a poet who says, Lucille Clifton, who says, come and celebrate with me, that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed. So the fact that we are here lets us know that failure was abound. So here we are today. Together, let's start with a little summary. Sometimes we walk up right on time, right into a black man speaking the gospel truth of who we are, of how we honor one another. This is passion and power, remembering the human element of life. Like, can the people piss in peace, he asked? This is pushing porta potties so we can release the waste, so police don't move in haste. These are the faces of the storm. These are the seeds growing and watered well. This is for the millions not here and the millions more, for the sufferers and the survivors. Here is where we connect. Here's also where we inspect the climate crisis and fossil fuels. This is when we listen to the voices reminding us of the warnings that when the rain comes and the storm hits, this is the fierce urgency of now, the right now. This is cancellation and no rescheduling, because there is no way we can reschedule disaster. Welcome to the ninth ward. Lower, upper, and all in between. It's all a nine to me. Where natural phenomenon and government disaster has found its home, we are reminded that we are indomitable, that when we fall, we sure enough know how to get up over and over so our children can live and tell the story. We are New Orleans. Ancestors are here and living. This is not a place of the dead. This is a place where the neglected are protected. Whether you 35, 55, or 75, it's our babies knowing we care. It's us seeing a wonder of a Leona Tate stand before us as a woman holding the inner child of all of us, reminding us that hard times don't last, but we gotta fight. We gotta fight through it all. And Lord knows that when we fight, one thing for sure, we win, because we know this place. For we have glanced more times than we'd like to share into eyes that stare with nothing there behind them but an unfulfilled wish and an unconscious yearning for life. Though death rests comfortably beside us at night, their moans are louder. They come. This makes me emotional. They come to visit the guards at the gate, and they stay until morning, torturing their guilt-ridden insides. The silent cries of the keepers are louder than the booms that come from the guns they use to occupy the space. And we know this place, because we have seen more times than we'd like to imagine. Bloated cadavers floating through waters of a city gone savage, foraging the land for what can be salvaged, but what can be saved when all is lost. It happened in August, 29 days in. We are now 5 days out of the only place we knew to call house and home, but few things are certain. 1, we have no food. 2, there are more bodies lying at the roadside than hot plates being distributed, or first aid being administered, or recognition as a citizen. 14th Amendment. X. Refugee. Check. And we know this place. Oh, it's ever changing, yet forever the same. Money and power and greed, the game. They suck and devour the souls of the slain. Oh, what a feast for the beast at their table of shame, with napkins round necks to catch the blood that drains from the flesh they chew. Oh, it's hell to gain, and we know this place, all too well. It's dank with the smell of death and doom. It hovers, it smothers. No growth, no room, no pretty, no please. Just gray, just gloom, just born me a hope, and it died too soon. Just jucking, just jiving, just living. Oh, we just fools. And we know this place. It's decked in all its array and splendor. Golden streets with good intentions. They capture our attention. Their gadgets and inventions. Pesticide the food supply. It's flu-like symptoms. Diabetic condition. A cancer in the system. Health on hold. It's a pistol to the temple. Go run to your churches. Tell Rev Miss Simple. Good works and good deeds is what equals redemption. But tell me, please, Jesus never mentioned how the churchmen get extensions on freedom while children are being fondled from the altar to the streets, then back to the sanctuaries. Oh, it's kind of scary, ain't it? To know that both the prophet and the priest practice deceit, then come to the people and they claim peace, peace. Oh, they come to the people and they claim love, love. But look, where is the peace, Where is the love? Where is that balm in Gilead that can heal the wounded soul or make the half man whole? I swear we know this place, because we have vowed before never again to return. But look, here we are. Oh, we back in the desert. Dry mouth and thirsting for waters from heaven. But come, children, rally round, and maybe together we can make a sound that'll shake the trees or rattle the ground, make strong our knees. We's a freedom bound, and we know this place, Reclaim the crown, hold on to the prize, never put it down, be firm in the stance. It's no breaks, no bow. Gotta forward on mamas, make your move now. Forward on babas, make your move now. Forward, dear children, because freedom is right now.
That is a tough act to follow. But I'm going to bring to the stage a father of the city, voice of the Pelicans and hip-hop radio for the past 3 generations, 3 decades, 35 years in. Philanthropist, gardener, activist, role model, mentor. Y'all know him as your boy Wild Wayne.
How y'all doing out there? Y'all give it up for Sonny Patterson, man. Always bringing the truth. I'm not going to be up here too long, but I do want to make sure that you guys are awake. I represent for the 7th Ward all day, every day. But even bigger, I represent for all of New Orleans. If you from New Orleans, make some noise. If your people from New Orleans, make some noise. If your mom and them from New Orleans, make some noise. Although it's the 20th anniversary and we wish it never happened, it did. But we got to still stand strong, not just for the people in the 9th Ward, but everywhere. So I'm going to do a quick roll call because I want participation. Anybody from the 3rd Ward, Uptown in the building? 4th Ward, 5th Ward, 6th Ward, 7th Ward hardheads, 8th Ward animals, or how about that 5? That 5. We got 10 Ward Uptown in the building, STP, 11, 12, 13, and where that 15, 1.5 at? I just want to give everybody their props because I did the 9. And the 17. I left Gertown, Pigeontown, Holly Grove out. My bad. Where that 17 at? But it's truly so exciting to see so many people out here that I know that I've fellowshipped with over the last 30 years that I've been on radio, but longer that for my life here in New Orleans. It's almost like a reunion, and reunions are supposed to be happy times, but of course, we still have to remember those that lost their lives. If you do know somebody that lost their life or had a one-way ticket out of New Orleans in the biggest mass migration in modern history in America, then we'll have just a quick moment of silence for them. All right. It's always a little bit bittersweet when I come to this spot because you feel the energy that was lost here, right where this breach occurred. It is a great feeling that the Eternal Seeds and B. Mike built this mural and painted this mural so that it could, in effect, capture the moment of a bunch of kids that were not even here when it occurred. But this was to dispel myths and also to make sure that we documented what happened. So I'm not going to belabor the point here, but today is a day of remembrance, right? And it's also a day that we don't forget. And we also plan, what is the future of New Orleans? How do we control the narrative? Not the politicians or the policymakers, but the life and blood of New Orleans, people that are from the soil here. So make sure as we approach K40, another 20 years of this, that we control what happens in New Orleans. Do your part, be active, and just continue to be the New Orleans people that you are. I'm going to end it there. But we have more to come. You bringing them up? Okay. But thank you for your time. Wild Wayne from Q93, from the New Orleans Pelicans, and from that 7th Ward, Native Son.
And now we have Reverend Yearwood coming up. Rev is the president of the Hip Hop Caucus.
You are all right. You are all right. I've been here. I'm from Louisiana, and I've been here at this spot for 19 years. I need to honor the moment and power. So first, I want to bring up my dear friend again to stand on this side, Vice President Al Gore. I need the organizers, Sino and Sess 45. I need Sonny. I need Wild Wayne to come back. I need Mia X, Dawn, Anthony Smith. I need those who I know have been here, because I don't think you understand the moment of power that this is about. All those whom I'm missing, yes, come on up. Anybody I'm missing else, Seth? So all y'all press can get this shot, because the whole world is watching. And I need the world to see that we're still here. I need the world to see that they need to see Sess 45 and Sino and Wild Wayne and Mia X and all the organizers. And I don't know Joe Black. I wish he was here, but I need to see those who understand the power of the 9th Ward, the 7th Ward, all the wards. I need them to see. Are we up here? All right. So I need y'all to get y'all's picture, because what's important about this moment here is that regardless of what the world is going to see, they need to see that we as human beings are coming together to fight for future generations. Black, white, brown, male, female, straight, gay, theist, atheist, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, humans are determined not only to fight for New Orleans, but for this world that is under attack. So I want y'all to get this picture right now. They got it? I should. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Give it up for that moment. I'm just going to say my word and then take my seat. In the words of Bell Hooks, the rage of the privileged is not the same as the rage of the oppressed. In the words of Bell Hooks, the rage of the privileged is not the same as the rage of the oppressed. The same Hurricane Katrina that might have affected one person wasn't the same Hurricane Katrina that affected some other folks. There are some folks back in 2005 who were able to leave New Orleans, reclaim their lives, come back to New Orleans, and live their lives because of privilege. Then there are folks who are right here whose lives look exactly like it did 20 years ago. The rage of the privileged is not the same as the rage of the oppressed. And in Louisiana, one of the most important things that we have heard over and over again, that the same climate crisis, the same pollution that is causing Cancer Alley, the 85-mile stretch of land from Baton Rouge to New Orleans, where petrochemical facilities, that same pollution is not only killing those here throughout the world, but it's killing all of those right here in New Orleans. The rage of the privileged is not the same as the rage of the oppressed. The same folks who are pulling out of FEMA and taking out the parachute of those who are protected, the rage of the privileged is not the same as the rage of the oppressed. Those who are putting ice on our people and dragging them out of the country, the rage of the privileged is not the same as the rage of the oppressed. Those who are undercutting Medicaid and taking away health care systems and putting forth the prison industrial complex, the rage of the privileged is not the same as the rage of the oppressed. But it's time for the oppressed to stand up. It is time for the oppressed to say enough is enough. It is time for the oppressed to make some noise. So on this day, August 29, 2025, the oppressed around the world, around Louisiana, who are standing up in solidarity to say that we are tired of being oppressed and the nonsense stops right now. All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people.
Make some noise for Reverend Yearwood from the Hip Hop Caucus. One of our Louisiana sons that continues to fight the fight from New Orleans to Washington and beyond. Up next, it is with great pride that I bring this brother up. I've seen him grow so much over the years. We've done a number of things together in the community with kids. We've done a number of things in the music community as well. He and his brother were the brainchilds of doing this commemoration because they are sons of the 9th Ward, a.k.a. 4-5. I need y'all to put your hands together for the guy that has persevered when all people were saying he couldn't do this. You remember when he was in City Hall, it made international news, but he has continued to fight the good fight and put on some amazing events that make sure we commemorate the folks that are not here. Please put your hands together for Cess 4-5.
God is good. God is good. You already know. So, 20 years later, we, back at this spot. This moment is for the citizens of New Orleans, the people of New Orleans. My name's Cess 4-5 for those that don't know me. I'm a New Orleans native. I was born at Charity Hospital. My mama named Melinda, but they call her Minna. My daddy named Darryl, but they call him Budgie. They out the Desire, so when they brought me from Charity Hospital to the Desire Project, in the old New Orleans, it was a very impoverished city, a very impoverished community. So we didn't have a lot growing up in this city, right? I'm talking about we were real poor. So, we used to have to stand in line to get commodity cheese and government cheese with a bunch of people that I know who celebrities now. We were so poor, not poor. We were so poor, our lights would go off, and we had to put the extension cord next door to the neighbor to give us a little power till, we got our little money right. We were so poor, our water got cut off, and we used to have to go down the street. You remember we used to get them baskets and fill them up with the water jugs, when your Kentwood water run out. We used to fill them up for take baths and cook your food. I don't know if y'all ever been that poor, but back in the days in New Orleans, we was that poor. This city been impoverished for a long time, right? And some say it's more impoverished than pre-Katrina. And shout out to the, Eternal Seas and B. Mike. They painted this beautiful mural. But I need y'all to turn around. I need y'all to turn around. You see this community? The 9th Ward, the Lower 9th Ward, where the most homeowners was at? Look how that look 20 years later. That's the travesty. And so that's one of the reasons we do this, right? Because of our people, the people who lost their lives 20 years ago, and the New Orleanians who came back when they gave us a one-way bus ticket all over America, a one-way bus ticket. We had to fight the right to return. We was fighting for the right to return. I remember there was $300 rents and $500, and then we come back. We trying to come back, and they tripled it as $1,500 and all these price gouging numbers to keep the New Orleanians out. But the people in this city said, I want to be a New Orleanian. I'm coming back to New Orleans to keep the culture. We don't want no hot dogs in our gumbo. You heard me? I was sharing at our press conference, I said the citizens of New Orleans, you know, sometimes when stuff happens to you, we say, God, why me? Y'all ever said that? And, you know, I got a shirt that say God picked me on the front, on the back it say God picked you. Because that's the answer. When you say, God, why me? It's because God picked you for the struggle, for the thing you got to go through. So the you who going to be on the other side of that, when you come out, because we always come out of it, you're going to be a stronger you. So God picked you for that. New Orleans, God picked us. 20 years later, look at us now. All of the people I just, you know, the poorness that I talked about, all of the entrepreneurs I know, all of the people who are successful, it's not all doom and gloom, but look at us now. Hey, I need y'all to say something for me right quick. It's my cameraman. I need y'all to say think big on the count of three. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Y'all ain't loud enough, man. What's wrong with y'all? Get back. We're going to do that one more time. I need to feel it in your soul. Because think big is something that came to me when I was thinking about being successful and being abundant, right? And I said, God, I want more success. I want my family right. I want all of this abundance, right? I want this and that and that. And God said, that's all? That's all? I got all this for you, and that's all you want. He said, you're thinking too small. So think big. So on the count of 3, I need you to think big, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we ain't thinking small no more. So I'm not gonna keep us longer, right? So we about to start this 20th annual Katrina March and Second Line. Young Sino, come here, my brother. This is my brother. Me and Sino, because I got to share this. The reason this march happened, right? 2005, the levees, Katrina passed. We always like to say that. Clarity. Intentionality. The hurricane passed. It was on Canal Street, sunny. And then the levee blew. The failures of the levee, water come through the community. So, me and my brother, we come back. I'm a hip-hop artist, so we threw the first concert in October. My cousin, Jesse James. Come on, Jesse. Come on, Jesse. I need Jesse up here. But listen, so 2006, we participated in the march. In 2005, former Sheriff Harry Lee stopped people from going over the Crescent City connection to dry land. They just want to get to dry land. And he stopped them in 2005. In those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, we was waiting on government to show up. So in 2006, then Mayor Ray Nagin did a march with Al Sharpton and, you know, Jesse Jackson and Mark Morial and all these people. And we marched over. This is our first march, me and my brother, our very first civil participation, right? 2006, April. We go over the Crescent City connection, Long Bridge. I'm like, hey, this feel like what Martin Luther King must have known what we're going through, right? So we get on the other side of the Crescent City connection. They have a rally. All of the dignitaries speak. All your Jesse Jacksons and all those guys. They had a brother who was with us. He ain't come with us, but he was marching with us, and he said, I was in that number. I was on that bridge. I want to say something. I want to share my story. And they wouldn't let him talk. That was the reason we was marching, but y'all don't want to give him a voice? And so me and my brother, he said, we got to walk back across the bridge now. We got to walk back. So we think we disheartened. We like, man, we was feeling good like MLK and them in the civil rights movement. But when we coming back, we disheartened because they didn't want, the reason we was there, they didn't want to let the man talk. So we said, look, we going to do a march. We ain't let no politician speak. So it was a few months later, we said, let's do August 29, 2006, because that's the 1-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, and we, start organizing and planning. We did that 1-year anniversary. Thousands of people came out, and we didn't let no politicians speak. But this year is different. It's the 20-year anniversary, and, we was talking, and we've been planning this all year. And because of the hard work of the Hip Hop Caucus and New Orleans Katrina commemoration, can y'all give it up for my team one time? New Orleans Katrina commemoration, Hip Hop Caucus. So when we was planning this year, some of the things we wanted to accomplish was to make August 29th a holiday, because every year we do this. We've been doing it year 1, year 2, year 5, year 7, year 12, and people have to decide, can I honor my lost loved one on the anniversary of Katrina, or do I go to work and not honor my lost loved one? So we wanted to make it a holiday. And June 12th, with the help of the best city council I believe we had in New Orleans, we were able to make August 29th a city holiday. Y'all can clap to that, Thank the council for that. But we're not finished, because this is the first Katrina commemoration that the city elected officials get the day off, but I need the people to get the day off. So all these elected officials, I need y'all to help make August 29th next year a state holiday. You heard me? Where the people, federal holiday, I'm with it. Where the people get the day off, man. We don't got to bring the kids to school. We don't got to decide that we're going to honor our lost loved ones. Shout out to Robert Green, who couldn't be here. He lost his grandchild 20 years ago. He lost his mother 20 years ago. And I just want to show love to my Lower Ninth Ward people. If you're from the Lower Ninth Ward, can you make some noise for me, please? These are the people in this community that we support, because that's why we do it on this side, man. Y'all got to come over here and help this community, man. You got to stop the grain train. All of those things you doing in this community, you got to stop that. And I appreciate the young black males, like my brother said. So part of the stuff I was sharing about was because, man, I'm a young black male in this city who've been racially profiled, all kind of stuff. But I was able to do this. Look around. You know what I'm saying? Young black male. With the help of the community, we put this together. We got all the councilmen here and councilwomen, sheriff, deputies. We got the former vice president of the United States here. Little young black dude who was Poet of Desire Project. You heard me? So anything you want to do, you could do it. My thing is to inspire everybody, young people. And you see, it's all ranges, all generations. This ain't just, y'all saw the kids that was here, that was beautiful. The elders. I just said it, brother. Stop the violence. I thought that was stop the grave train, my bad. But, so look, we going to get started, but the march starts this way, up this street right here. So those officers, they going to get out the way. We going to line up right here. You heard me? Baba Kamal, come on up. So we going to go up this street right here. We go up 2 streets to Tennessee Street, and then we make a right. We go to Claiborne Street, then we take a left on Claiborne to Renee Street, and then we make a right. We get to St. Claude, and then we go over to St. Claude Bridge, and then we go straight up, make a right on St. Bernard. But listen, all my officers out there, I need all my officers to listen up for me, please. Officers, do not stop the motor, the bicycle people, the trolley people. We need New Orleans to come together. I'm asking y'all, we pay for our permit, you know what I'm saying, our escort. Please, let them through, and we want everybody to participate in this. I'm asking the officers politely, please don't stop nobody who won't participate in this 20th annual Katrina March and Second Line.
There are some jerseys, the Katrina March and Katrina commemoration, March and Second Line commemorative jerseys are at that table right there in the back. There's a selected few left. I suggest that y'all go over there and get those jerseys before they're all gone. Asking everybody to line up in this middle of the street. We about to celebrate, y'all. This is a celebration. Do not forget. We gonna celebrate today, you heard? Let's get it. All volunteers, I need the volunteers and helpers to come up top right now. All volunteers, I need y'all to come up top right now, please, right here.
when we did the Brad Pitt Foundation.
Sorry, I was hoping that I could come down for my life so I can go to a second location because they turn around like 1:10 and I won't make it walking. It's over an hour walk. And with all the gear, I'm going to just like. No, I'm here by the bridge. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, you're actually walking down the street where I'm at. All the way down. Yeah.